Season 6 is here, which means so is the end of Modern Warfare 3, and this is your last chance to enjoy some of the best glitches this game has to offer. Lucky for you, I have a compilation of all the best working glitches right now in Modern Warfare 3. These are tested, tried, and true. The unlock all glitch was patched. I'm sure that there will be a new method found very shortly, but make sure you check out all the great videos in this compilation and support me and my family. I'm actually expecting a child with my wife next year, so if you want to support me and my family, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below what you're most excited for Black Ops 6, and with all that said, thank you so much to my existing subscribers, and enjoy. Brand new best way to do the Tombstone duplication glitch. So today I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it and why you need to be changing how you play Modern Warfare 3 Zombies right now. So let's get right into it. You can do this solo or as a team, and it allows you to consolidate and keep all the essence and rare items every single time that you play the game and not risk a single thing. No matter if you die or complete your missions, you will always have that same set of items ready and waiting for you at the start of every game. So let's jump right into it. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to support me for absolutely free. The first thing that you're going to want to do is go under the Act 4 tab and select Ascension. If you don't know, this is the new Season 5 Reloaded mission. This is Ascension, and essentially it is located in the Tier 3 zone. Now that may be a little bit daunting for some players, but I'm going to give you a couple of tips in order to do this glitch in under 30 seconds flat. You don't have to worry about a single zombie. It is very, very easy to do no matter the skill level. And again, I highly suggest that you switch the way that you play Modern Warfare 3 Zombies and start doing this. So as you can see here, I have all the rare items that I need. What you're going to need at a very minimum is you're going to need Tombstone equipped. So I'm going to go ahead and equip that using this can, as well as at least 1,000 essence. You don't need anything else, but I highly suggest that you bring in a Scorcher every single game. Number one, so that you can do this glitch the best of your abilities, but number two, because the Scorcher is objectively the best weapon in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. If you disagree with me, you can argue with me in the comments section down below. So long story short, if you have already done the Tombstone duplication glitch, your items will be at your Tombstone in the graveyard. If you don't know what I'm talking about, simply give me 10 seconds to explain. This is where your items are going to end up when you do the Tombstone duplication glitch. If you die out of bounds or underwater or something of that nature in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, then your Tombstone will be teleported here regardless of if you do a glitch or not, right? So if you somehow jumped off the map and died, your Tombstone would end up here if you had Tombstone equipped. So knowing that, you're going to be doing this glitch, and that is where your items, or your spare items rather, will show up. So let's go ahead and find this mission that we selected at the beginning of the video. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Tier 3. And I'm going to use my Scorcher to get there extremely quickly because, again, you should be using this if you are doing this glitch. But where this is located is in the left courtyard. So at least from my perspective, coming from the graveyard, you can see it is right here. Now you can see off to the left, there's another mission selected. You also have the option of doing Bad Signal, which is the original Tombstone duplication glitch, but I'm not going to go over anything other than this single portal today. So you have the rare items that you want to duplicate, and you have Tombstone equipped. You're going to come over to this portal right here. Now you can see the tornado right next to it. That is the new Dark Aether portal. Once you unlock it, which I have not yet, and you place all the items in the pedestal like normal, you will unlock that portal, and that can be used as well. In fact, it'll be slightly quicker. So where this extra portal is located that I mentioned at the beginning of the video is to the left over here. So if you walk up to this wall here, what's called, at least what I like to call, a paid portal will show up. Now these portals cost 1,000 essence to do. The codes that on the screen right here are what you would enter in order to teleport to that specific part of the map. Now 19 and 24 are the only ones that I like to use, and you can look them up and teleport simply for 1,000 essence to review them or do dry runs, do practice runs, if you will, if you've never done this glitch before. But essentially, all you need to do is just watch out for zombies and make sure that you enter that code in. Now, again, it's going to cost you 1,000 essence in order to open the portal, and the portal's only going to be open for about 45 seconds. So I went ahead and entered code number 24 because that's my personal favorite. Then my monkey bomb was absolutely worthless, as you could see. That was the funniest part of this video. And then you're going to fly over to the portal over here. You can also run, and you should be able to make it in time. Now, even with me messing up here, I was able to shoot myself back up in the air and glide my way back to the portal. Essentially, what you're doing is you're trying to teleport to the edge of the map real quick, which I will explain why in a second. So as that timer is counting down on the left side of your screen, you want to teleport through and get to the very edge of the map. Now with code 19, you're going to be at a beach. You just simply run to the edge of the map. Now with this glitch, I'm so far ahead, I was able to get to the very edge and test where I was. all you need to do is just accept the vote and walk out at 6 seconds. What you're essentially doing here is you're trying to die and teleport to the mission at the same time. So what's going to happen if you time this correctly, if you step out at 6 seconds, is you're going to get that eliminated symbol, but then you're also going to get this loading symbol. At this point, you are going to close your game, and that will complete the glitch. So here's how you close it on Xbox. You would essentially open up this menu and hover over quit and wait there. And as soon as you saw that loading symbol that I pointed out with the red arrow, this screen right here, you would click quit. Now on PS5, I don't have that footage, but on PC, you would just do Alt F4 and it would exit you to your desktop. Now, when you load back into Call of Duty, you're gonna notice that you still have the items in your inventory. If you did this correctly, that's the little asterisk there. If you did this correctly, you will have the items back in your inventory whenever you're loading into the game. And when you go into the game, you're also going to have the tombstone on the map. So thus you've effectively duplicated the items that you used during the game, or rather the items that were in your backpack at the end of the game, as well as whatever you set into your tombstone. So say that you have a spare scorcher in your backpack, you will always duplicate it. So the next time that I go into the game, I will have 2 scorchers, and as long as I don't somehow use 2 scorchers, I will always go into the game knowing that I have a scorcher available to me in my tombstone or in my backpack to use absolutely free or share with friends. So if you guys appreciate this video, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe for more. I'll have the other tombstone duplication glitches out very, very soon, and I'll catch you in the next one. With the release of Season 5 comes a new Dark Aether portal, and with it a new Tombstone duplication glitch. Now the new Dark Aether is extremely hard, so today I'm going to show you how solo or as a team you can attempt it with 0 risk whatsoever. What's going on, guys? Wesley here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a bunch of different methods for the Dark Aether and how to risk absolutely nothing. Now I'm also going to show you the old methods, the old portals. That's going to go at the end of the video for anyone who is behind. Today is all about Season 5 Reloaded, so make sure you smash that like button and subscribe for more. I'm going to have the unlock guide for the new Dark Aether and the secret blueprint unlock guide down below. The new secret blueprint is hands down my favorite camo to come out in Modern Warfare 3. I highly suggest that you go watch that video and make sure you go complete that Easter egg. It is absolutely paramount that you get that camo unlocked because it is absolutely sick. There are a lot of steps to that Easter egg and it's very complicated, but today I'm also going to be showing you the fastest tombstone duplication glitch ever to come out. It is absolutely easy to do. Now today's new portal, the Dark Aether portal, is actually slightly faster than that one, but I still suggest using Ascension for your solo tombstone duplication needs. So let's get right into it. If you're new here, I'm going to take you A to Z. If you're old here and you know everything, don't worry. In just a few minutes, I'm going to show you the best possible way. It's very, very efficient the way that I do these glitches, and I'm going to show you guys the best possible way. So let's get right into it. So here I am at the courtyard. I already have Season 5 Reloaded portal unlocked. You can see it right there, and right next to the Ascension portal you will see it right there in the middle of the courtyard. Now you can do this with a regular sigil or an Elder sigil. It really does not matter. So where we're going to be going is the other side of the courtyard. There is what's known, I like to call them paid portals. So what they are essentially is 1,000 essence, and you can teleport to different parts in the map. Skilled players obviously know about this. Essentially all it is you enter a 3-digit code and it will teleport you somewhere. Now most people use 24 or 19. 19 is for the least skilled player. I'd highly suggest 19 if you enjoy a very relaxed experience. You don't have to mount anything. You just run across a beach towards the edge of the map. Essentially how the tombstone glitch works is you're trying to die as you teleport to the quote-unquote mission. So in this case it's going to be the Dark Aether. It's anything that teleports you with that animation that you always see. So all you need to do is essentially purchase the portal with your given code. You're going to then enter your sigil into the portal, and keep in mind you can do this as a team. Everyone just needs to do exactly what I'm doing here, and you want to make sure that you accept the vote and then step out at 6 seconds exactly. Make sure that it's 6 seconds, because what that'll do is you'll keep your weapon and everything. Glitches can sometimes act a little bit funky if you do it slightly off. So you should see the eliminated symbol, but then you should also see the loading symbol. That's how you know the tombstone glitch worked. Now, when you go into the Dark Aether, everything should look normal. If you had your timing slightly off, you may lose your weapons and your lethals and tacticals, but you shouldn't lose your items no matter what. Now, once you're done with the Dark Aether, it doesn't matter. I literally just went straight for the exit just because I wanted to show you guys that this worked. You will exit the Dark Aether and your Tombstone will still be in the map because you got that eliminated symbol. So it set the items on the map, but at the same time you were able to exfil successfully, such as with the new schematics, right? So you can still unlock the schematics plus keep your items, or if you failed, then obviously you're going to lose your large rucksack and whatever items that you had in the Dark Aether during your run, but you'll still have your Tombstone. So whatever you entered the Dark Aether with is what you are going to have back in the game. So obviously the benefits of this is pretty obvious, right? You're going to have a backup of the items that you take in there. So the only thing that you lose as a part of this glitch is the Elder Sigil or the Sigil. So that being said, let me go into how you can actually save that and save yourself hours worth of time, because if you couple this with the solo Tombstone duplication glitch, which I will get into now, then you will be able to always have sigils on hand, no matter what, if it's in your stash or on hand. So if you use the Ascension portal on your own, you are not using a sigil to actually do the glitch. All you need is Tombstone perk and 1,000 essence, right? So if you do the Tombstone duplication glitch in between runs, say you and your friends go into the Dark Aether, right, and you fail, well, now you're down an Elder Sigil. Okay, so let me just go into a game real quick, do the solo Tombstone duplication glitch, right? Now you have 2, and then you can come back into the game, hand your friend one, and boom, you guys are ready for another run. So if you couple these 2 glitches together, you're going to be able to exit the game with your Aether Blade, exit the game with all of your rare items, then go straight into the Dark Aether and do the hardest runs possible and be able to attempt stuff multiple times. The biggest gripe that I have with this game is that things take so long, right? No matter what you're trying to do, it takes 40 minutes minimum. And that's what I dislike about this version of Zombies. It just takes forever. And so these glitches are necessary for the players that really don't want to spend their entire life playing Zombies. They just want to hang out after work or something like that. So anyway, so here are the other 2 portals. So I'm just going to show you the full footage of me actually doing a dry run here with the one that's on the hill. I forgot what season that's from, but essentially these are much harder to do. I personally would suggest that you guys just attempt these runs on your own. Now this is obviously old footage. You can see there's no portal there and things of that nature. However, just generally speaking, guys, I would suggest that you do the solo Tombstone duplication glitch, get some items and, you know, stash some extras, and then just go attempt these other 2 portals because they're really not worth your time. It's a very difficult glitch, and especially with the new Ascension portal being so easy for you to be able to, you know, do the solo Tombstone duplication glitch, it's really not worth it at this point. So that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Modern Warfare Season 5 Reloaded Dark Aether is extremely hard, especially if you're a solo player, but today I'm going to show you how to unlock the 3 new schematics solo just by yourself very easily. So make sure you smash that like button and subscribe for more. I have a ton of tips in this video that are going to help you a ton. No matter what skill level you are able to do this, trust me. I will show you whether you are a beginner or an expert at Call of Duty Zombies how to unlock these very easily. So first of all, you're going to need an Elder Sigil in order to unlock these. You can get those by going into any Dark Aether portal using a regular orange sigil and unlocking those from those contracts within. If you don't have them, you can also go into the Call of Duty Discord and ask someone to drop them for you. Now, I'll also have my Dark Aether duplication glitch linked below showing you how to do this with no risk, but I will be showing you a completely separate method that allows you to do this no risk solo. So first of all, here are the items. I suggest that you bring in an RGL with the Jack conversion kit and slug rounds. Otherwise, all the items in my inventory I highly suggest, but I would highly require you to use the VR11 if you are doing the escort contract, which with my method, I actually suggest that you don't do it. I'm going to show you today a much faster way for you to grind out these schematics without actually doing all 3 contracts in the Dark Aether. Yes, I only suggest that you do a few of the contracts. So I'll show you today exactly what you need. Now, you could take in a Sergeant's Beret or a Dog Bone if you want. That does not matter at all. The only thing that matters is that you have an RGL and a Scorcher fully upgraded. That is enough for you to grind out these schematics, and I'm going to show you my preferred way today on how to do it. Not only that, I'm going to show you the best way to do it using the Tombstone duplication glitch. However, just know if you are not a glitching preferred player, if you're not a fan of breaking the game, so to speak, or cheating, if you view it that way, I will also show you how to do this completely legit, so don't worry there. So let's get right into things. So I obviously do the Tombstone duplication glitch. I show it and talk about it almost in every video. So I went ahead and grabbed my items. Now this is actually going to get in our way, so I would highly suggest that you put your favorite items in your acquisition stash now and get ready, because what's going to happen is you're going to need as many inventory spaces as possible. You're also going to need a ton of money, because the first thing that we need to do is we need to buy perks. You need to buy every single perk in the game, just because they are all useful and highly suggested. Things like Juggernaut, things like Tombstone, PhD Flopper, things of that nature, which I believe I did not actually purchase there now that I'm watching this film. So actually missed PhD, but whatever. So next thing that you want to do is just go over to a buy station, and we're going to buy specific items. Now, as a solo player, you have different requirements that you need to follow, or rather suggestions you need to follow, versus if you are on a team. So here's where the Tombstone duplication glitch actually gets in the way. You can see now my inventory is filled with items I've already equipped. My goal here is not to duplicate items and things of that nature. My goal is to win the Dark Aether and unlock these schematics. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use up a few of those items, and then as you saw the inventory right there, that's what I ended up with. Now, generally speaking, it's just items that will help you with the Dark Aether, things like the mags of holding for your bullet gun, which is the RGL in this case. That will help you a ton and is definitely a requirement for this. You need your weapons fully upgraded, if anything else. Other than that, I would highly suggest that you have gold armor plates, which gives you those regenerative gold armor plates, as well as some type of stun, maybe Casimir grenades, monkey bombs, something of that nature. Now, if you already have grenade bandolier, or someone has handed you it and you have it in your stash, I would highly suggest that you bring it and use it. You can see at the bottom right, my lethal and tactical are gold. However, that is one of the new schematics, so I'm going to show this tutorial presuming that you guys have not unlocked it. I'm going to do a lot of presuming here so that you guys know exactly what to do in any situation. So once you're ready, go ahead and spend your Elder Sigil at the portal and go ahead and accept. Now at this point, you could do the Tombstone duplication glitch that I mentioned at the start of this video to not risk a single thing, but I'm going to show you an alternative method so that you can just focus on winning the Dark Aether and then separately doing the Tombstone glitch, and that is completely optional. Again, if you are a legit player and don't like glitches, this video is still for you. So what you do once you get into the Dark Aether, immediately go off to the left here, and you're going to use these little firing these little jumpers here in order to get over to the left side of the map. Now, if you want to do the escort mission first, I would highly suggest that you bring in a VR11 first, and then have your weapons case that's in your inventory be a Scorcher, but we're gonna skip over that. We're gonna go to this crane right here using our Scorcher extremely quickly, because we only have 15 minutes. The reason why I suggest this method and skipping over the escort contract is because this is much faster and allows you to grind it out and come back into the Dark Aether much quicker, rather than waiting for cooldowns and things of that nature. So I went ahead and activated the Spore contract. Now there's a couple of important details here that you need to follow and be careful of. If you brought in your inhibitor, you can use it immediately, but if you have a stun grenade or something like that, you drop it as picking up the inhibitor, make sure that you pick them up, because you're going to need them later for the Outlast contract. So you can see at the mini map actually shows you, even though it kind of has that counter UAV effect on it, you can still see the locations even if you bring up the full map. So as you can see here, I'm going to fire up in the air. Here's my first suggestion. So if you have the RGL, use the Scorcher to avoid zombies completely, right? And then use your RGL from a distance to actually destroy the eggs. You don't have to fight any zombies, guys. You don't have to do anything. If you are the most, new player, most green player in the world, you don't have to worry about zombies in this. As long as you're quick enough to avoid them, you should be good. But as you'll see here, if you stay in normal parts of the map, you're still gonna get swarmed extremely quickly. And you can see here, it only took me a couple of seconds to start getting swarmed and almost get downed already. So it's very, very important that you're bringing in a ton of self-revives if you are a beginner player. kind of change your inventory depending on your needs. If you get downed a lot, you should have a lot of self revives. So anyway, so this is my best one yet. I believe it's either this one or the next one. What I suggest that you do is, again, fire yourself up in the air and use your RGL to your advantage to fire it from a distance. I actually did a little Kobe Bryant move here, a little backward shot, you know, little something, you know, just for the video. I wanted to make sure I showed off for you guys. But anyway, so you want to go around and just repeat that process for each one. As you can see, I was using the jumpers to my advantage. Now the last one, it's gonna explode like normal contracts do, but just keep in mind while you're in the dark ether, it's not gonna kill all the zombies. So sometimes I found myself having to run away before I actually picked up my rewards. Now I was very unlucky, and in both contracts in this particular recording, I did not get any schematics. I have heard from many people that this is a little bit harder for you to get these schematics from the drops, but follow the path that I do as soon as you're done with that contract, and you will find the second contract, which is Outlast. Now this one is harder, and you'll notice at the bottom right, I still have my inhibitors. This is a mistake that I made, and I'm telling you this so that you don't make the same mistake. The best thing that you can have likely in this situation is Casimirs. You also need to make sure that you are walking over the zombies that you are killing if you are using my setup. If you're using the RGL with, you know, mags of holding and all that, don't take out your Scorcher and be extremely slow like I am here and get yourself downed. What you need to do is simply walk over normal zombies and fire at the ground with your RGL. This will stun them, this will kill them, and this will also allow you to pick up the ammo that is always dropped on the ground by them. It's extremely easy to do, and it's extremely effective. Now, as soon as you finish the contract, run outside and fire your Scorcher up in the air. This is a little trick that I like to do all the time, where I trick zombies into a specific location. You just stand there for a couple of seconds, fire your Scorcher up in the air, and then fly to the other end of the building, and they will all be over where you just shot up your Scorcher, way far away. So anyway, I checked yet again, I did not get any schematics. Super annoying, but that's okay. The last and final mission that you can do in order to have a chance, or you know, for that drop table that contains the schematic, is by doing the escort contract. Now, controversial opinion possibly here, I don't like doing escort contracts. I don't know about you guys, they take a long time and they are super annoying, and you sit in individual areas and have to manage the health of this vehicle and everything like that, versus an Outlast contract, which is just pure chaos, or the Spore contract, which is, let's be quite honest, I mean, you just watched the footage, completely dead easy compared to these. So my personal opinion, if you want to do this contract, you should use the RGL, and at this point, use your VR11 case, upgrade it to tier 3, and use it in order to, you know, heal your vehicle, your escort vehicle, while you're doing it. Or alternatively, you could just completely bail on it and not do it and leave the dark ether, because at this point, if you're like me and you like to do the Tombstone duplication glitch, you can leave the dark ether and then go and duplicate your Elder Sigil. Or if you did that original method I showed you a minute ago, maybe you've already duplicated it, but I'm gonna have that linked in the description down below. If you're new to that, all it allows you to do is duplicate your rare items. So you could duplicate an Elder Sigil, for example, throw it in your acquisition stash like so. I already have a tombstone on the map that contains the Elder Sigil, thus giving me an extra inventory slot here. You can see in that second inventory slot, I get an extra inventory slot just going in. So, you know, there's a huge amount of benefits to that. But again, if you are not a glitcher, no problem at all, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. This was a labor of love of mine, and I worked really hard to make it. So make sure you smash that like button, comment down below the word banana if you watched up until this point. I like to do that for people who watch my entire video, so I know who to appreciate the most. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. I will catch you in the next video. Thank you and peace. Today, I'm going to show you my favorite glitch in Modern Warfare 3. It allows you to disable skill-based matchmaking. This is the updated video for the bot lobby glitch, allowing you to get nukes in multiplayer and Warzone with ease. You can do this with teammates or solo. I've learned a ton over the past couple of months that I'm going to show you on this glitch right now. So do me a favor, smash that like button down below to support for free, and subscribe if you haven't already. I post all the best glitches, and with all that said, let's hop right in. So this glitch can be used for battle pass tokens, weekly challenges, armory unlocks, leveling up weapons, or just all around fun gameplay. I regularly use this to practice for ranked play as well as aim practice in general. It's by far my favorite glitch in Modern Warfare 3. Now this glitch works by hijacking another player's lobby, giving you a lobby of different skill. You didn't know, Call of Duty utilizes something called skill-based matchmaking. It's essentially an engagement tool, and this way you can disable it so that your lobbies are much lower skill than you actually are. That's the gist of it. I'm not going to get into the details, but I'll link their official white pages down in the description if you are actually interested in the details of it. But let's get into exactly how to do this glitch. So first of all, you can do this for multiplayer or Warzone. Now Warzone is going to be different, and it's also going to be after this first section of the video. I'm going to go over multiplayer first because I want you guys to see the difference between the two. I highly suggest that you watch both sections, even if you only play Warzone, because you will understand how lobbies are formed and how you can abuse this glitch to make your lobbies easier and thus get the champions quest in Warzone or get nukes in multiplayer like here. So regularly I'm getting about like a 9.0 KD or higher. I'm getting nukes every single game in multiplayer. It is very, very easy for me to practice for, you know, things like ranked play and things of that nature. It's just an awesome glitch. So let's get into the multiplayer version of this first. So here I am in the pre-game lobby for multiplayer. So essentially how you're going to do this glitch is you're going to hijack someone else's lobby, just like I said before. So here I am with a dummy account. So I have a secondary account in the middle bottom of the screen, and essentially this is a free trial Xbox account. Now there are multiple different ways that you can do this. You can just use a friend's account who does not play Call of Duty, for example, or if you have a second device in your household, such as an Xbox. For me, I have my Xbox One, or Series X rather, and then I also have my PC here, which is where I mainly play. So I typically get very sweaty lobbies, right? I get like pretty good lobbies. It's not like crazy, but it is much more difficult than what this account gets. So essentially, first off, you want to make sure that you have that dummy account added to your main. So essentially your main account is going to join their lobby once it's been found. So for multiplayer, here's how it works. You're going to search for a game with that dummy account of your favorite playlist. Does not matter what it is, whatever you want. Certain playlists are a little bit easier. I like Small Map Mosh Pit just because that is my cup of tea, and it's very easy to get nukes on it if you kind of, you know, run chain kills. So essentially there's a few different things that can happen, and some of them mean that you can't actually do the glitch. So it's very quick for me to successfully do the glitch and get an easy lobby. It takes like 30 seconds to 2 minutes, but essentially there's a few different things. When you join your dummy account, no matter what, just know that you're going to see that waiting for party symbol in the bottom left. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait for the dummy account to get a lobby that only has a few people in it and is still in the pregame lobby. So here's situation one. You may find a game that has already started. Immediately leave that game, don't waste your time, and then research. On your main account, you should still be hovering over join party. So you just pull up social, hover over join party, and wait for this to happen. So you can see he only has a few players in that lobby. I've now joined. You saw that notification at the top right, but it immediately gets 12 players. At that point, you can either wait and hope that someone leaves before that timer in the bottom left runs out, or you can just restart. Typically, I just restart because, again, like I said, easy lobby. It takes me about 30 seconds to maybe like 3 minutes absolutely max. It just takes like 3 to 5 tries. It's very, very quick. You just keep trying. So as you can see, I immediately joined again, but this time it stays at 8 players for a couple of seconds. And that's when you know the glitch is going to work. Again, it's very easy to do this glitch, just so we're clear. I'm just being very technical about it so that you guys have a full understanding of how to do this glitch properly. So what's going to happen is eventually you're going to end up in the lobby, and then you want to leave with the main account, but make sure that you click leave without party, and that will essentially leave your main account in the easier lobby. So think about it this way. You searched for a lobby with that dummy account, and then it found a lobby. So at that point, it took that skill level and said, okay, let me find some other players. Then you joined that pre-game lobby that was already formed. So you had no influence over the skill of that search. So if you didn't know Call of Duty, if you have like 2 high ranked players and a low ranked player, you're still going to have really hard lobbies, right? Because a majority of the players in that party are very high skilled players. So this is how you essentially bypass it, right? If that makes sense. You found a lobby with the dummy account, then you simply just slipped in, you know, right as the game was about to start. So this is how I practice in Call of Duty. This is when I want to practice for ranked play or anything like that. This is honestly the funnest gameplay that I've had in Call of Duty in a while. I know that morally it's a little bit questionable as far as, you know, you're playing against lower skilled players and really just wasting their time, but it's really fun, guys, and honestly it is totally worth it for challenges and things of that nature. It makes it a lot easier. Now for Warzone, let's go over how you can do it, because it's a little bit different, but you can still influence your lobbies heavily and make them much easier. So this was my first game just doing this for the footage, and I was able to get, I think, about 8 or 12 kills total in that lobby, and I got about 3rd place. It's very, very easy for you to play this, but it's a little bit different. Like I said, for this you're actually going to be down 1 player, because unfortunately you can't join the pre-game lobbies in Warzone for some reason, or at least I have not had the experience actually succeed, right? I have not been able to do it how I did it in multiplayer. So for this, you could use an Xbox Game Pass or something like that, but Warzone is free. So if you're only a Warzone player, this is the section for you. So you don't have to spend a dime. You just need a brand new Warzone account to actually do this. Make sure that they don't play any games. They don't like actually physically play the game. They need to leave before the game fully starts. So what you're going to do is essentially just hover over join party anyway. So what I tried here, just as an example, I wanted to show you guys that it did not work like multiplayer. Essentially what you want to do is join up in their party and have them just simply host a search. So the dummy account is going to be the one that actually hosts it, because if you join while they search and find a new lobby, you're just going to get stuck with waiting for party and game, like it shows there in the bottom left of the screen. So this dummy account is searching and it's already found a game, so unfortunately that wouldn't work that way. So you can see here, I'm in its party, they search, you know, you join before you actually start searching, and once you actually find a lobby, it's going to have a mix of influence. So here's the difference between multiplayer and Warzone. Essentially with Warzone, it's going to take both of your skill levels. So this is going to be a medium skill to low skill level lobby, because I'm kind of medium skill and this account is fresh, which is obviously it has nothing to work off of, so it's going to give you easier lobbies. Now once the actual lobby starts loading, so once the timer starts loading rather, you want to make sure that you leave with that secondary account. You do not want that account to play at all. This is the best way to get the lowest skill lobbies. Now unfortunately that means that I'm playing Resurgence Duos as a solo player. So this is what your favorite streamer does. If you didn't know, this is what a lot of streamers do whenever they hide, whenever they start a game. It's because they're just using a secondary account to get lower skill lobbies, and they are very, very good. Now I'm medium skill. I'm not something to write home about. I'm pretty good at the game, but I'm able to get 8 to 12 kills in my first game just recording footage today. Like, I haven't played Warzone in a couple of weeks, and I was able to hop in and get about like 12 kills, I believe it was. So essentially this glitch is very, very easy to do for both multiplayer and Warzone, but just keep in mind that there are differences between the two. So hopefully you watched the entire video, but if you didn't, thank you for watching anyway. Make sure you smash that like button down below and subscribe for more videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. What's going on, guys? Wesley here, and today I'm going to show you guys exactly how to win every single game of Warzone with ease, whether you're a solo player or as a team. With the trick I'm about to show you right now, you can stay in the storm extremely easy, but there's a couple of tips I'm going to show you in the middle of this video that will allow you to stay for an indefinite period of time. And there's a lot of easy ways to mess up this trick or this glitch, whatever you want to call it. It does not matter. The point is that it gets you victories, and if you want that coveted nuke skin, you need to make sure that you are getting 30 victories just to simply unlock the Champions Quest. So let's get right into it. So first of all, I highly suggest that you have stems and ammunition boxes. Those are essentially the requirements to this glitch, but there's a couple of tips that I want to run through you real quick. So first of all, as you're going throughout the map, make sure you grab as much money as possible. Now this is obviously generally going to be needed because you are going to be buying a bunch of ammunition crates. Now these ammunition crates, they actually last forever. If you buy them at a buy station, they will be there later. So another tip that I have for you guys is make sure you have a deployable buy station. Deployable buys will help you do this at the very end of the game. So as you can see, the final circle is just about to form, so I went ahead and threw mine down, and I also have $30,000 in my account right now that I can actually spend. So what's going to happen is I'm going to throw this down and I'm going to purchase a bunch of ammunitions boxes. So as you can see, I'm just going to spam click that so that they are all over the ground. Now at this point, I had more storm space. I would highly suggest that you play it out as long as possible, but once you're comfortable and you don't want to fight the last couple of enemies, all you need to do is go run over to where you have these, whichever buy station you purchase them at. So all you're gonna do is throw them down and reuse your stems. But here's my most important tip for this video. You want to make sure that you are firing them off as soon as you start taking damage. So you'll notice here, I actually make the mistake right after here once this, POV or whatever it's called with the personal air device runs out. You're gonna notice that I actually wait too long right about here. So what's going to happen is I'm going to start falling behind, and you actually get something called storm sickness. Now, if you've ever played Fortnite, you know what this is. The longer you stay in the storm, the more damage that you're actually going to take. So you need to make sure that you're doing this back to back to back. So that way you can actually keep up that health bar, because what you'll notice here again is that I'll keep falling behind, and eventually I'm going to make the mistake of not throwing one down fast enough. And as you can see, I'll actually get second place for this game. But if you do this correctly, 100% you can win games. I actually had a friend do this successfully after the time of recording all of these clips. The important thing is that you guys know the method. That's the point of my channel. I try to help you guys out as much as possible. So if you appreciate this video, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe down below if you haven't already. And if you're new here or old here, make sure you leave any questions down below. I'll be glad to answer them. This method is pretty cool, guys. It's not the best method I've ever seen in my life, but it is definitely an alternative way. If I get cornered in final circle, I know where I'm going to be going. I'm going to be going into the storm. So if you guys appreciate this video, smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. What's going on, guys? Wesley here, and today I'm going to show you how you can get God mode anywhere. Yes, you can wall breach any wall in the game as long as it's a vertical wall. You can get into it in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Now, this new method will allow you to use this on Outlast contracts, the Dark Aether, maybe even the Unstable Rift if you're fast enough. But today I'm going to give you all the tips that you need in order to do this in the most efficient, best way possible. Yeah, I'm not only going to show you how to do this glitch, I'm also going to show you where you should and should not be doing this. So let's get right into it. So first of all, jump into a game of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies and go ahead and grab all your items from your tombstone. You're going to need multiple dog bones to actually do this glitch. I would highly suggest that you have multiple for this in case you lose your dog. Now, to do that, I suggest that you just do the tombstone duplication glitch a couple of times if you don't know how to do that, or the best way to do that, I'll have that in my best working glitches compilation down below. This will also be included in my season 5 one, so be on the lookout there. But where you can do this glitch, again, it's any single wall that is vertical that has space on the other side. So what do I mean by that? Things like the Easter egg rooms, things like Outlast contracts, you can do these on many different types of walls. So I'm going to show you exactly the best tips and tricks in order to do this. So let's get right into things. So first of all, you're going to need a dog, just like I said. So I suggest that you have multiple dog bones in case you mess up this glitch. What you're going to do is go over to this courtyard if you want to do one of the older wall breaches that we showed in the past. Now, how you do this glitch, it's all about space in between you and the dog and the wall. So you need to be essentially stuck between a rock and a hard place, and all you're going to do is pet the dog in order to get into the wall. However, it's a little bit difficult, so let me explain so that you don't get frustrated and comment down below, hey, this does not work, because it definitely works right now. Now, if it's going to work or not in season 5, again, make sure you check out my best working glitches video for that. So pretty much the dog needs to be about a foot or two away from the wall. Now, there's a couple of ways you can trigger your dog to come up to the wall to you. One way is by running a vertical line, essentially far enough away from them to where they chase you, and then simply run back to the location that you want them in. If you stand in a particular location, typically the dog will walk all the way up to you. Another cool trick that you can do is fly using the scorcher around the map and far enough away to where your dog despawns, because the game will despawn things that you are not close to, and then it will spawn it again as soon as you land, so you can land in the spot that you want to go to. So those are the two different ways. Now, to get out of the glitch, 3 different ways that you can do it. So essentially, the first way I'm going to show you is you can fall into the abyss. Now, previously in the early seasons of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, you would die when you do this. You no longer die when you do this, so you don't have to worry about this unless an update happens and things changes. Essentially, you just want to run around in the walls until you find a little choke point, or rather a fall point, and you are going to fall into the abyss and then spawn somewhere on the map. This is due to the fact that they don't want people to die in case they glitch outside of the map, but you are intentionally glitching outside of the map, so it actually makes your life a lot easier. So that's one way. Say that you're stuck in a wall and you don't have that option. Let's go over the other 2 ways. The second method is pretty simple. You want to park a car next to wherever you're glitching into. So for example, I parked this next to the staircase because I wasn't able to glitch into some areas around me. I was just kind of experimenting here. I'm going to go ahead and run away like I told you with the dog, then run back a little bit, and he should sit hit whenever I get close to him. And lucky enough, I actually picked the right spot. He's at the right distance. So when I pet the dog, I glitch into the wall. And as you can see, things are glitching around me because this is obviously unintentional. There's not actually anything within these buildings that they have, you know, boarded up and stuff like that. You can't really shoot out of some of them. So just be aware whenever you glitch into a location, if or not it's really viable for you to do cool stuff in. Or simply put, if you just want to sit there all game and just run up your zombies playtime, I mean, hey man, do your thing. So anyway, so you can loot things through walls, everything like that, because again, this is unintentional. You're not supposed to be on this side of the wall. So you can run around and actually try to loot things. I'm actually able to, as you can see here. But once you want to make your way out, you just simply want to walk up to the vehicle and try to get in it. Now, unfortunately, I did not park it in the best possible place. I actually had my dog sitting too far away from me over and over again. And what you'll notice here is I'm actually trying to trigger him to run around to my side, because that is the third method in which you can get out. You can see me try it right here. You can actually pet your dog in order to get out. You have to get the angle right, because depending on where the dog will push you is dependent on where the dog is looking. It's not dependent on you. So you could run in circles around the dog and quickly try to pet it, right? And you'll still pet it in the direction whichever way that it's facing, if that makes sense. Lucky for me, for staircases specifically, you can fire your scorcher up under like the jaded part of the staircase itself and it'll fire you out. But that actually gave me enough room to where I could get into the car. So those are the three different ways that you can get out of the glitch, how you can prevent yourself from being dead completely. I will put out a ton more videos on this, right, of locations that you can use and abuse this. They will come out in the coming days, but I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on this glitch. Make sure that you're aware of it so that you can start experimenting with it before they patch it. Hopefully not at the start of season 5. That is only days away as the time of recording this video. So if you guys appreciate this video, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe for more. I appreciate you so much. Thank you to all my 20,000 plus subscribers. You guys are the life and blood of my channel, and I will catch you in the next video. Today, I have the best tombstone glitch out there that I can only describe as a magic trick. This glitch allows you to have a permanent large rucksack regardless of if you died the previous game. So with this glitch and the tombstone duplication glitch, you can go into every single match with zero risk and maximum rewards. Have you ever gone into a game and died and lost all of your items and had to go through multiple games using the tombstone duplication glitch just to get your items back so that you can retry maybe the red worm or the dark ether? Well, lucky for you, I have a glitch that will allow you to waste zero time and be able to go into every single match with every single item that you need. So let's get right into things. So first of all, you can see on my main account here, I do have a large rucksack full of rare items, but I also have this second account. Now, this can be any random player or one of your friends, or simply a second account like I have. This is on my Xbox and player 1 is on my PC. So you can see player 1 here. I'm gonna go ahead and invite my friend. And you can see I'm in a single party by myself, but once I invite my friend into the party, they're gonna go ahead and join. Now make sure that you're on the inventory screen for this. I will explain why in a second. Player 1 should be on the inventory screen and have a large rucksack. That is the simple requirements. You simply just need a friend with a large rucksack, or any random player for that matter. So what we're gonna do here is player 2 is going to go ahead and join the party and then go to the ready up screen. Now, once they're at the ready up screen, they're going to simply ready up fully and just wait there. Player 1 is going to sit on the inventory screen. Again, make sure that you are still on the inventory screen at this point, and player 2 has readied up. They're going to go ahead and back all the way out. Now, at this point, I've only gotten this to work on my console because you need to be able to back up to this screen, the title screen. Now, once you've backed up all the way to the title screen, you're going to get invited by player 1 again. Now, I wanted to make sure I had these labels of player 1 and 2 because you go back and forth. I know that this can be confusing, so feel free to rewatch. But as you go through, you're going to join up and you're going to notice that you now have 3 extra slots. Now, wait. Before you close the video, this does not work as intended. So what we're going to do here is we're going to fill these inventory slots, but you're going to start to notice your items are glitched in your acquisition stash, or they may be. Maybe this is just me. It was on my Xbox, so let me know down below if you don't see this, or maybe if you see this, just so that I can get some confirmation. But long story short, we are going to fill the items in your inventory right here in your rucksack and make sure I have a full large rucksack of items. Now, when we go into game, they're not going to show up, and I'll explain why in a second. As you can see, this player is loaded up. Now, I have not tested backing out and going solo. I imagine it would work, and I'll explain why in a second. But I went ahead and searched for a game using player one, and as you can see, when you enter the lobby, you don't actually see the items, just like I said. Now, here's how you activate the items or make them show. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take player one, or just anyone for that matter, it can be player two, and go ahead and get a medium rucksack. Now, you can go ahead and buy a large rucksack if you want, but long story short, once you apply it, you're actually going to show the items. So the inventory slots are available to you at all times, and with this glitch, you can take in those items, right? And instead of going in, getting the large rucksack and then backing out and loading your large rucksack and then coming back in, now you just have a single game that you can do that in. So this will save a lot of people time. It would save me a minimum of 10 minutes because that is the minimum length of a game that I need in order to load up my rucksack, right? Do a couple of cons. What's going on, guys? Wesley here, and today I'm going to show you the bot lobby glitch in Black Ops 6. Yes, it has arrived in the game. It hasn't even come out yet, and I have the best method for you guys. I spent hours working on it, so make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. I'm going to show you how to get nukes in multiplayer to unlock camos, attachments, guns, and max your level out. Yes, this is a glitch. I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to show you the best method, and I'm going to give you the best tips and tricks to do it. There's things that you need to do before and after every single game that you play, but trust me when I say this glitch is extremely easy to do, and you should be doing it right now. So let's hop right in. Let's not waste any of your time, and let's get into this glitch. So if you didn't know, there's something called skill-based matchmaking. We'll talk about it in a second, but it is an engagement tool that Call of Duty uses in order to keep you engaged in the game. Now with this glitch, we need 2 players. All right, so 2 players are needed. It does not matter if it's a friend, a random, or a spare console. So like I was talking about SBMM, it uses different things in order to find the lobbies that you play in, so the games that you play in, right? And one of the main things that we're going to be talking about, the only thing we're going to be talking about, is skill and performance. So we're going to hijack a lower player skill lobby in order to take advantage of it and get nukes and practice and unlock camos or whatever the hell you want to do. It does not matter. This glitch is absolutely my favorite glitch in the entire game and in the entire history of Call of Duty. So like I said, 2 players. It can be a friend, it can be a random, it can be a spare console of yours. In my case, I have a spare Xbox. And if you don't have a spare console, that's totally cool. If you have a friend who has Xbox Game Pass, for example, but they don't play Call of Duty, that's a prime example of someone that you could use without having to have your own spare console, which a lot of people obviously do not have. So I regularly hit best play clips in Call of Duty with this glitch. It's extremely useful, and I highly suggest that you do it right now. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be playing small map mosh pit. Now on this map, it's super important to remember that Gala is the most broken map in Black Ops 6 beta right now. It's super important to remember that. I have found that that map by far is the easiest map to get nukes on. So if you're going to do this glitch in week 2 of the beta, make sure that you play it on that small map mosh pit playlist and just stand in the center on top of the platform and absolutely dominate the noobs. So let's go into how to actually do this glitch. So as you can see here, I have player 1. This is my main PC account. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going in and hijacking player 2's lobbies. So player 2 is my Xbox account. It's a level 2 account. I've taken into a few games, shot around, and died. So I would say about 5 to 10 games is plenty if you want to go in and then rage quit halfway through. Just do that a couple of times, or you can just absolutely not play a single game. What we're going to do is we're going to quick join that secondary account as soon as they find a lobby. So they're going to go ahead and search for a lobby, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. And we're going to wait until we see any amount of players show up at the top right. Now, typically I use the bottom left as an indicator. You can see it says featured there, and you'll see here it turns blank for player 2 as soon as they're about to join a lobby. So that's typically when I click join, and what's going to happen is you are going to get this message that says joined party queue. Now this works similarly to Modern Warfare 3. However, there's a couple of changes. So if you've already seen this glitch, stick around. I have some tips that are super important. So what you're doing doing is you're just waiting for a spot to open. Now you're looking for searching for players on player 2. You want to make sure that there are spots in the lobby, and that's an indicator of such. So wait until your buddy is able to join and fill a spot, and then player 2 will simply leave without party. So what has happened? Some of you are definitely confused. Essentially what's happened, and you can see this is the perspective of both players at the, I'm rewinding the tape. Essentially what's happened is player 2 has searched for a lobby and found it. It's filled up with a bunch of low skill players similar to their rank. At that point, there's 1 or 2 spots left. Player 1, the high skill rank player, has now joined and waited in party queue. And then they filled that spot in that lobby. So now there's 11 to 12 low skill rank players, and there's 1 high skill rank player. So essentially what you've done is you've kind of sneakily slipped your way into the game. Now Call of Duty, an easy fix for them would be to make it so that you can't join pre-game lobbies of friends. That would be an easy fix. And I'm someone who's very open about information. You guys should be able to know how to do this glitch, and I want to show you how to do it regardless of the morality of this glitch, because again, you're playing with low skill players, like literally you're playing with like children or something like that. But on the flip side of it, if they want to fix this, they can, and it's very easy to, but it changes the foundation of multiplayer. So I don't foresee that they will fix this glitch anytime soon. I definitely anticipate this glitch will stick around, so you need to take advantage of it and use it to your advantage, and honestly just abuse this glitch, because it is super fun, and it's definitely the way that I'm going to be practicing and unlocking my camos for the videos, so that I can quickly get these videos out to you guys. So at the very least, it is just absolutely something that is worth your time. So make sure that you check it out. You need to leave any questions down below. Let me know what you guys think about this glitch, and let me know if you use it in weekend 2. Again, I'm going to put out an updated video for weekend 2 as well as the release of Black Ops 6, so make sure you're subscribed to keep up with all the latest and greatest information. And with all that said, I'm just going to leave this raw footage for you guys of my gameplay. Enjoy, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Been training for this. 20 down. Movement. Target got my smoke.
They're gearing up for a final push. Hope you left someone to tank.